Hello guys, it's teacher Yolanda here, and now we're ready for our session 14. In our session 14, we're going to start using our students book workbook, and then we're going to need our content areas again, so please go and get your materials. Let's open our students book and workbook at pages 102 and 103. The title is Fractions. Number 1 says, read the ticket and choose the correct answers. How much do adults pay? What fraction do children pay? Let's pay attention. New York Museum of History. Tuesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Adults, £12. Children pay half price. So, how much do adults pay? Well, here in the text, in the ticket it says £12, so this is the correct answer. Children pay half price. What is half? Half is dividing it by 2. So that would be 1/2 of a price. Read the sentences and write fractions. Which fractions are we going to use? We're going to use these fractions over here. We have 1/5, 1/3, 1/4, and a half. So, if we tear the ticket into 2 pieces, we have 2 halves. If we tear the ticket into 3 pieces, we have 3/3. If we tear the ticket into 4 pieces, we have 4/4. If we tear the ticket into 5 pieces, we have 5/5. So, which are the correct answers here? Clearly, we have to pay attention again to the denominator. If we have 2 halves, what is a half? That is a half. If we have 3/3, we have to divide it by 3. Yes. Next one. We have 4/4. These are the quarters, 1/4. And if we tear the ticket into 5 pieces, we have 5/5. So what are the fifths? Here, this is 1/5. So these are the answers. Now it says, look at the pictures, write the words, and then the numbers. If we tear the ticket into 9 pieces, we have 9/9. Yes. If we tear the ticket into 6 pieces, we have 6/6. Okay, 6/6. Next, if we tear the ticket into 10 pieces, we have 10/10. Next, if we tear the ticket into 7 pieces, we have 7/7. According to our video, what type of fractions are all of these fractions that we have here? All of these are wholes. Why wholes? Because they are 9/9, 6/6, 10/10, and 7/7. Can you see? That means that they are wholes. What was the meaning of wholes? Enteros. On the next page, it says read and color. From these, we're going to color only 2 quarters. So we have to color 2 pieces of the coin. Here it says 2/3. So if it's divided by 3, we're going to color only 2 parts. 7/8. Well, if it's divided by 8, well, of course, you're going to color it pretty. I'm using my finger here on the iPad, and it's a bit difficult. 2/9. So we're going to color only 2. And 5/10. That's easy. It's just a half. Now it says think. Look at the coins and discuss in pairs. What do you notice about 2/4 and 5/10? Where are these? Here in the illustration. What is 2/8 the same as? And put the fractions in order of size from the biggest to the smallest. Write your answers here and we're going to check later in our Zoom class. Now we have a problem. It says read and write the prices and answer the questions. Sarah had £8 to spend in the museum gift shop. She spent half her money on a teddy bear and a quarter on her money on sweets. How much did she have left? What is left? ¿Cuánto le quedó? How much did she have left? Number 2 says, Bobby had £12 to spend in the museum gift shop. He spent a third of his money on a cap and a sixth of his money on a bar of chocolate. How much money did they have left? Last question, who spent the most money? So, what are we going to do? Remember, a denominator is like a division of a whole. So we have to imagine the amount of money that these kids have as a whole. So we have to divide it by the denominator that we have over here. We have in this one, we have half, a quarter, a third, and a sixth. So what you're going to do are divisions. Let's do this and we're going to discuss it later in our class. Make sure that you have all of these answers. Now we have a project. This project you're going to do in your Superminds platform blog. It says My Weekend in Fractions. We're going to make a pie chart of the activities you do this weekend. Yes? And you're going to write the activities in fractions, okay? So you're going to do this beautiful pie chart of a fraction of what you do in your weekend in your art notebook. Yes, you're going to draw your pie chart in your art notebook. And in the platform, you're going to write it in fractions. Here is the example. I spent a half of my weekend sleeping. Okay, can you see the half? It's this. And how did he or she get to that conclusion? Because remember, they are 2 days. So 2 days are 24 hours each day. So 24 hours of the 48 hours of the weekend, he spent sleeping. And here we have the other activities. We have I spent 1/12 of my weekend eating. What is the 12th? The 4 hours. I spent 1/8 of my weekend with friends. So he will have 6 hours. As you can see, this person is using different denominators. You can do that too. And you're going to show it to us on next Monday. Remember that all of the instructions are in your PDF file, okay? Now, let's work with our workbook. Open your workbooks at pages 102 and 103. In this one, it says that you have to write the fractions. We have 2/4 again, 3/6, 5/8, a half, 1/6, 4/9, 3/4, but this is the example, 2/5, 5/6, 3/8, and 2/2. So we're going to read the fractions and look at the illustrations and match them. Please pause the video and do it. In the end, you should have something like this. These are 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. These are half. These are 2/4. 3/6. 5/6. 4/9. 1/6. 2 halves. Remember, 2 halves make a whole. The whole triangle is colored. 3/8. 2/5. and 2/4. Can you see? Please correct in case you have any mistake. Moving on to the next activity, it says, read and think. Write the answers. So it says 2/3 of 9. 2/3 of 9 equals 6. How is that possible? Again, remember that a denominator is something that you're going to use to divide a whole or to make groups. In this case, we're doing divisions. We are dividing this. So if we have a 9 and we have 2/3 of 9, what is the denominator? The denominator is a third. So what we're going to do is divide by 3. The answer is 3. So why do we have a 6? Because it says 2/3 of 9. So a third of 9 is only 3, but they want 2. So we have to multiply this by 2 and the total is 6. That's why this is the answer. Okay? Can you see that? Now we're going to do the rest of the exercises. Are you ready? Okay. Please pause the video and do the rest. We're going to come back to check our answers. Okay, let's do number 2. It says 3/4 of 12. So we have 12 and we're going to divide it by the quarter. What is a quarter? Is 4. So the answer would be 3, because 3 times 4 equals 12. That is only 1/4, but pay attention, they want 3/4. So what do we have to do? Multiply it by 3, and the final answer is 9. Okay? Let's continue with the next one, 3. It says 1/2 of 40. What is a half? A half is when you divide something into 2 parts. So we know that a half of 40 is 20. And why is the answer 20? Because they only want 1/2. Okay? With the number 4, it says 2/5 of 10. So we have number 10 and we have to divide it by 5. Why 5? Because the fifths of 10 is 5. And here we know that it's 2. 2 times 5 equals 10. But how many do they want? They want 2/5. So only 1/5 is 2. So we have to multiply it times 2. And here we have our answer. The answer here will be 4. Okay. Next one. We have 3/6 of 24. So we have to do a division by 6. We know that the answer here is 4. 4 times 6 equals 24. So that is only 1/6. But how many are they asking here? They are asking for 3/6. So I multiply it times 3. And my answer is going to be 12. So my answer here is 12. The next one says 2/10 of 30. So we have to divide 30 by 10. We know that that answer is a 3. Here we are required of 2. So we have to multiply these by 2 and the answer would be 6. So these are our final answers. Please check that you have them and correct them in case you need. Also, if you have any questions about these, please write them down and we will check it out in our class during the video. We're going to read these problems on the next page. It says think, read, think and complete the tables. Kate has got 24 old Roman coins. She gives her friend Rick a third of her 24 coins. Rick gives half of his coins to his sister, Barbara. Barbara gives half of her coins to her friend Kylie. How many coins has each of them got in the end? Next, Mr. Carrot, the greengrocer, has got a dog, Blackie. Blackie is alone in the shop. He jumps on the table, all the boxes with the fruit fall off the table. Altogether, there are 49 pieces of fruit on the floor. 3/7 of them are apples. There are some pears too. The number of pears is 2/3 of the number of apples. There are also some peaches and some plums. The number of peaches is 3/7 of the number of pears. The number of plums is 2/3 of the number of peaches. There are also some bananas, 2/7 of the number of pears. In case any of you is wondering, okay, these are plums and these are peaches, okay? So in your activities today at home, I want you to please solve these problems and we're going to check together. I also want you to read and color the sections. We're going to check it together in our Zoom class later. And last but not least, also remember to do the exercises that are there in the PDF file and we're going to see each other to check it in our Zoom class. Okay, so that will be all for today. See you in a few minutes. Bye.